welcome viewers to a pretty windy Sydney Harbour, the last race of the 2017-18 footer season. Queen of the Harbour, so each boat carries an honourable lady, shall we say, and a charity fundraising event it is, but looked forward to significantly by the girls, and we're greeted today by hot weather, temperature above 30 degrees in Sydney, approaching cold front, plenty of wind. Will be a cracker, was.
Yeah, it's talking to Brett Van Munster, and he said, I was saying yesterday, we haven't had one westerly all season, which are normally nasty, hot, really puffy breezes. And then he's got half of one because we've got a really hot, puffy, nasty nor'wester. Not quite true west, but it's not going to be easy. It's going to be up and down, 4 people on board. Manoeuvres get a little bit trickier. All the boats have got small rigs, and we're running a little bit late, but there's a bit of leniency cut, given it's our last Sunday for the 17-18 18-foot skiff summer season down here in Sydney. And we're feeling a bit chilled out after a pretty stressful couple of weeks getting organised and then bringing you the JJ Giltnam, so a bit more light-hearted, but also for the teams they have to not be too slack, because people can still get hurt, and they've got to get these things around the track. And we've got a special guest today, our roaming camera person, who did a fantastic job in the boat park, bringing you the images and the interviews during the JJ Giltnam, match racer herself, and a part of a very top Etchell team down here in Australia, Tiana Whitty. Welcome aboard, Tiana.
Thanks, Woz. It's great to be here. I'm looking forward to a fantastic day of racing, and it's going to be good seeing how the girls go in these conditions. Looking forward to it.
So T, we're going to call you T in the telecast, okay? So he's Was, I'm Bucko, and you're T. Okay?
Sounds good.
So it's very formal, you've detected that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. So I know your experience today primarily match racing. Have you spent much time racing, fleet racing in a sort of skiff type boat?
Not skiffs. I've done Etchells for about 10 years. I jumped on board when I was about 8, and I haven't really gotten off since, so...
That's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys had a big win recently, didn't you? I can't remember.
Yeah, we won the goblets.
That's it.
I've jumped off the boat for a bit to chase my match racing dreams and my father's footsteps a little bit.
Yep.
So I think they did wonderfully in Melbourne, the Sebi Jarvin, Marcus Burke and Jean-Claude steering. But yeah, I'd love to get into the 18s one day, so this is a good place to start and see how it all works and happens.
Well, you might have half a chance of media by watching what you did last week. You were totally inexperienced coming in, and you're like a duck to water, and your cousin, Jono, who's our tech head at Aero Media, was very impressed, and so was I, and yeah, heck of a job.
I think we could, for T's benefit, we could give a one comment from Sev, you know, who was obviously a pretty mighty 18-footer racer. He said, 18-footer race, you know, a minute's a good amount and 3 minutes is excellent lead. He said, in an Etchell, 10 feet's a good lead.
Oh yeah,
So,
definitely.
yeah.
Changes your whole day.
Yeah.
That's a pretty serious program that Jean-Claude's got going on.
Yeah, definitely. She's running it really well, but you know, she's getting the results she deserves, so it's fantastic to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we might be on. Our monitor has just made it through the season, and this is our viewing monitor for us to comment on what we see, and we can see nothing on the monitor on board at the moment. But I think we're looking. Dalzotto, a couple of fins. We're down here at Wallara Sardine Club, which hosts South Sydney, and really was the base leading up to 2000 Olympic Games. A lot of activity down here. I was privileged enough to be sailing 14 in those days, and not that I was ever an Olympic contender, but was good enough to mix it with those guys, the Euros that would come out, and they've got a great youth program going down there at the moment, and So they do a great job down here at Wallara Sailing Club.
So, sorry, for the viewers, the committee's set, a course which goes, the wind direction's about 310 magnetic. We'd expected to back and bill a little through the day. Pretty good course track though was from here towards the North Sydney, the sort of secondary CBD of Sydney. And there's an unusual location for the start line from our standpoint, at least.
Yeah, exactly. No, it is. I mean, from my recollection, we've never started a race down here. But it's we've got course 6, which is a windward leeward course, and they've got flag 3, which is a 3-lapper, and the other flag up obviously is the AP flag. So we're under postponement, waiting for all the teams to get down to the starting area.
Well, once they waited for the girls to finish drinking the traditional glass of champagne before they got on the boats, you see, that will be the problem. But it'll be a beauty. It's a 3-buoy handicap, which means it's a scratch start. The handicaps unwind as the race progresses. The long handicap boat going to a shorter mark. I know that sounds a contradiction, but that's how it works. And
take a shortcut, right?
They take a little shortcut. So the scratch boat, which in this case is Smeg, the Australian champion, has to go to the longest mark each time, and the limit boat, which I think is Del Zotto, has to go to the shortest mark each time.
So all boats got their second rig in?
Yes. There's no risk takers here today, Ross?
No.
Breeze actually quite nice, and this can be pretty violent this direction, but it's not too bad looking at wind.
Yeah, no, not too bad at all. I haven't got a visual on the top mark. I mean, T will have better eyes than us, so maybe she can find them for us. I don't think we've got a course length.
If T can find the windward mark, that will be a remarkable feat.
Okay,
I'll keep scouting them out.
Kishu is saying
use my young eyes.
just to the south of Bradley's Head, I think.
Old eyes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
But who knows,
Yeah.
What did they put up for distance was, did we see?
No, I didn't see. We can go around and have a look. That was...
3 laps, but they put a length.
They might put a course distance in. I'm not
They
sure.
would have already. They've already got a bearing, obviously. So anyway, nice long start line. Good long line.
A couple of kiteboarders out.
Yeah.
They get a bit tough on the kiteboarding in the Harbour, Bucko.
Well, for good reason, mate.
Yeah. So most of them go to Botany Bay, but...
No, we've got no compass bearing yet. And no course length yet. So they shouldn't be far off, though. They must have put the windward mark in. Were they?
I don't think so.
They were packed up for winter, weren't they, really?
Well, and we're all in sort of holiday mode really at this stage. It's been a long season. I think we've brought about 33 programs throughout summer, and I think it's probably worth acknowledging, the team on board the start boat. Team of normally 7 people. We've got people out on ribs. We've got pin boats, mark boats. We've got people in the Double Bay Sailing Club doing some safety for us, organising sandwiches and drinks, and then we've got our staff in the 18-footer club as well that do all the midweek, do publicity and organisation, hard-working committee. And then our team on board the media boat, we're running 8 personnel on board this now. There's absolutely no more room left. And so we've come a long way in terms of where we were a few years ago. It's got a lot more technical, and it's got, at times a lot more problematic. And we've got a lot of wiring and a lot of things that can go wrong. I mean, during the JJs, we're dealing with a studio down in Victoria that was bringing up your graphics and your timing, and switching to the boat park stuff that Tiana was doing live with different commentators. And so we're looking at other innovations, but it's going to be tough to bring all that to you on the platform we got currently run. So we'll see what happens during the winter. donations accepted, as Chit said.
Just send money, exactly. Yeah, I mean, for the regular viewers, we're kind of at the limit of this little aircraft carrier platform we've got, and the complexity that has been progressively added has been fantastic from the standpoint of coverage. But 2 moving cameras, 1 fixed camera on the boat here, and drone means it's about at the limit for this platform. So all that's under consideration over the winter, but we hope to continue to improve looking forward. The fleet now making its way downwind.
Yeah.
They're all about 10 minutes late, which is not entirely unexpected.
But as you said, not too gnarly at the moment.
No, nice actually was, 14 to 18.
Yeah, I mean, really what we want to see is everyone having a good time getting around the track unscathed, and go and pack all our kit up for the winter.
Yeah.
And also too, if people have been watching the news, in Sydney this week we've got an ASEAN conference going on, which is Australia and Southeast Asia, heads of states and so forth. And so there's a lot of security going on within the city, and so we have a big no-fly zone with our drone, and so there was some dealings back and forwards with CASA this week that Aero Media had to deal with, and so we can only fly the drone in part of our course today.
So is it right that some of the girls have not sailed at all on the 18s today?
I've got to say my research today is very limited. But I think, but Chits is telling us that's right.
Yeah.
So a heck of a day for them to come out.
Yeah, this is perfect. Nice, fun conditions.
Yeah, well, I would say, a bit gnarly. Yeah, exactly.
No, I think the girls will love it. Give them a bit of a challenge.
Yep. We've got 1 boat capsized, can't quite make out who it is.
No, there's a couple of guys in the tide. There's 1 boat to the left-hand end of the start line, another boat up near the Prime Minister's residence at Point Piper.
The committee really...
The committee about to go into
Yeah. And they don't want to hang around too long, so it's not easy. Okay, so AP down, so we'll be going into a sequence soon. Yeah, still a healthy group on the ferry, so the club provides a ferry every single Sunday. And this Queen of the Harbour race has been going on for well over 50 years, I believe.
Yeah, because on the screen contributes.
In its serious heyday, raised serious amounts of money for the women's hospital.
Did it?
Yep. Bit of squirt on us now. The camera boat is now a bit above 20, so a bit into the excitement territory.
Okay, that's 5 minutes, folks, to our last race for this summer.
He might need to go to the coach. We've got another boat capsized just to windward of the start line.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Fintech and Smeg both flapping the way up through the squall.
Dalzotto just recovering from a capsize, and he has quality marine clothing. Upside down, I can spot 3 heads. Well, I'm serious.
No, good thinking was actually.
Indeed, yeah. Nasty day. Okay, got 4 heads, so all
One
good
chilling
there.
at the back.
4 minutes.
everyone's accounted for.
Exactly.
Via Manilton. So here's a puzzle. How are your eyes, T? Who's that just bearing away up at Point Piper who has been on the writing lever?
Is it Vintec?
It looks like...
I wish I could
Vintec's
tell
over
you.
here.
Oh, okay, no, not Vintec.
It's hard. I have to give you guys more credit. Looking into the sun all day.
Yep,
Yeah.
it looks easy. It's Honda Marine. They've gone home with the trophy chits. I don't know if you noticed.
All right, 320.
Just on look at Yandu with the drone footage there, looking great. I think we've got Sailor Girl on board.
Nick.
Can you see that? I can't.
Nick
I cannot
Douglas.
see a thing on that. I've got salt coats over my sunglasses, and it's
Quality Marine Clothing's almost getting up there.
Ah,
all right. Under 3 minutes to go.
The Vintec better get a bear away done. He's up to the above the upwind
Yeah.
of the finish of the starting line.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
there they go. Breeze is just moderated a little bit at the moment, and it's a little part into little areas, a little bit patchy.
So the fleet, by and large, except Vintec will make it. One boat will not make it, and Quality Marine Clothing is still getting its act back together after having been on the lever.
And Steve Quigley back on the tiller today.
What, couldn't leave it alone, or?
No, I can't remember who they're down, to be honest, but Scotty's on the sheet,
Oh, okay.
so
Think-
one missing.
Tom Quigley and Izzy Quigley. He's sailing with Steve's sailing with his daughter Izzy today.
Oh, okay.
How old's Izzy, T?
I think Izzy's 21.
Oh, so it's all good.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that Quigs was that old?
She'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, the Peronis made it, and they were last to leave the beach. Oh, that was Appliances Online that was in the tide, was it? Indeed.
Yeah, well, a big shout out to those, to Brett. I saw with Brett up on the lake with the, I was going to say the great, he is great, Colin Bond, racing car driver, who's got a boat. So I've been in a few little races in the club race with him on his yacht, and Brett came up and he does a 2 hour plus drive there and back to sail here every Sunday. So very committed.
Yeah, that's dedication.
Okay, coming up for a minute.
It's a pretty boring bit of freeway too, isn't it?
Pretty clear harbour today, guys, eh?
Well, we're not in the harbour at the start, are we? Off to one side.
So Kitchen make it down at the pen end with a very short runway, because we're tucked right down here in Rose Bay. Everyone else looking, lining up pretty nicely, except as like I said, AOL Appliances Online will be a whisker late, and there's someone else up there that I can't make out. But anyway, at least they all got to get out for a sail. 15 seconds. Yandu down towards the pin, Asco down towards the pin.
You'd have to think the pin's a bit of a death trap, but
Yeah,
but the breeze
Not much runway.
has turned a bit left, so they might be
well,
able
it's a
to, they might be
kitchen
okay.
maker tax, and
Yeah.
we'll cross the fleet.
This kitchen maker.
A lot of bias in the line, so
Beautiful start.
Quiggs,
Old agent treachery.
yeah, Quiggs just nailed that.
Yeah. So we've taught him quite a bit on the camera boat, haven't we, mate?
Well, we have.
Absolutely.
I'm sure he's going to.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then,
So just not very windy here at the start line at the moment.
yeah, and Yandu is going to have to wait for all the others to tack. They won't be able to get out of there.
Yeah.
Appliances Online is just starting now.
Okay.
Gee, the Quality Marine Clothing's got some go forward there on the face of a good path. The other guys have fallen off the edge a bit.
It's going to be up and down for sure. So Panasonic tax, They're out of there.
They've
All
got
the
to
rest,
watch out for this ferry.
yeah.
Ah, they've already watched out for it. Yes.
The ferry would have avoided Steve quickly, wouldn't he?
Yeah, the fast ferry guys are really good.
Yeah.
Unlike the old traditional ones that just keep the hammer down, these guys
Yeah,
go, up and down in speed and change direction.
yeah, definitely.
So really,
The wind's looking pretty bendy, was. Look at this. These guys
Yeah.
off in a header with no pressure.
yeah, Vintech about to get new pressure
Yeah,
there.
yeah. But the Yandu and the guys who Smeg up on the shoreline now looks pretty strong. First boat to the new puff on the left edge there.
And Triple M, which should come into shot in a second, is a late starter, but they'll be out there. Big power boat here. I don't know what it's going to do. I think it'll be out of shot. Whoa.
It'll get some language from Mr. Winning. Who's on Woody's boat?
Nick Douglas.
Tidy. So this fleet is sailing as if the mark is in Taylor Bay, was? Up there where on the western shore.
Alright, so
Nice shot of the kitchen maker there. Creeks has got quite a good lead.
out to the right to the long, having a bit of a tricky tack. Still sort of gathering it all up.
Knit one, plain one, pearl one, as they say. Gee, the breeze far more volatile than we saw earlier.
So I've got the marks, Bucko. They're very, very short legs, so they've set themselves up for a real sprint type deal. And can you tell us who goes to the shortest mark the first time, mate? We might head up there and get a bit of that. And if we could at some point go through who we've got on each boat, just a little shout out, would be terrific, mate.
Yeah, that
Okay, so yeah, in doing good shape. I would say potentially could be, up the top three, but this is all about to change because we've got 3 marks, very short beat, a lot of bias on the 3 marks that have been laid by the race committee. Yeah, and Peroni having a little duck there, but they've now got it sorted. And so given the leg length and the distance between all these marks, the handicapping is going to pay maybe a bigger outcome than normal, but they're going to be short legs, so there's going to be a lot of pressure on these teams to get the sets, jives and drops done.
absolutely correct, was, and the committee has done the limit boats no favours whatsoever here. Effectively the shortening of the course, has made it more difficult for the Smegs of the world. Although the marks are not half a minute apart, are they either? So they've thought about it a bit.
Quality Marine Clothing's made quite a comeback. Just getting out of Quality Marine Clothing's way, and Vintech.
Well, Dalzotto's going to the early one. Quality Marine going to the early one. So Quality Marine will lead here. After the little unwinding, and
So,
I hope the viewers can see the effect here. The mark's spaced about 100 metres apart.
And if you come round to the left, Cashew, you'll pick up the fleet on the Ronin.
Quality Marine doing their best to capsize.
Well, that was tough. They had to pull away and then go through the fleet. And this is going to be tricky. They've got to set and then have to jibe straight away. Lumix could go into the lead here.
Yeah, probably Lumix has got the right answer here. Oh no, maybe.
So Lumix does a jibe set. We're a little bit in the way. Some of these boats that are just a bit overlaid.
In the end, the kitchen maker leads of the boats going to the most distant mark.
Finport had a good JJ's.
Yep.
So this is all a bit chaotic and out of shot. Quality Marine clothing in a heap of trouble. And they'll be lucky to survive
They will
this.
not survive.
They're gone.
They're gone.
And they're down close to the moorings. Lumix doing a windward set.
Having trouble with that.
Yeah. So this is pretty chaos. Lumix in a lot of trouble. Looks like they got the wrong shooter. Looks like to me they got the number 1 shoot on the number 2 rig.
Oh, it's stuck under the forestay.
Yeah, it's under the hounds.
In any event.
So appliances online, just a little bit into backwards. So we'll go down and pick up this group downwind. It's going to be plenty on. So we've got 1 in the drink. Lumix still struggling to out of shot to get their shoot sorted. Kitchen Maker bounces in the lead.
Didn't take long.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, Kashook, if you can come around to the left and we'll pick up the lead pack and stay on that for a bit.
So we got Nikki Douglas on Yandu today.
And give us some other names there, Bucko, in this leading group. On Rags, Peroni and Vintech.
Kitchen maker.
We've mentioned Kitchen Maker.
Yeah, Isabel Quigley, of course. Peroni. Olivia Price, who has been a guest of ours, upon the commentator of ours on the Mighty Camera Cat.
And skipper of a superfoiler and
Yep. All-round go-to girl.
Yep.
On the Vintech Matilda Lang. On the and on Finport chipping in. Tara Blanc Ramos.
Okay, so there's going to be plenty on here. They're down at the bottom mark. The leaders, Kitchen Maker puts in a jibe, full jibe, and then they'll set up a jibe drop. So these guys got a super sprint type race, so that'll be the end of lap 1. We've got a 3-lapper.
The Peroni just ate it.
Oh, Peroni.
Oh, no.
Olivia gone.
Oh.
She's used to that in that foiler thing. Been taking,
I think
all those
Olivia's
guys
driving.
taking some big wipeouts. Yeah, right.
Saw Olivia driving just
Okay, yeah, good.
So on the Rag and Famish, and
Keep it
they've
sharp.
about to eat it as well. Yep.
And
Ooh.
out of shot, we've got Ilve coming down like a freight train.
You can see Rag and Famish just capsized there right next to the
Yeah,
mark.
Rags down. Kitchen Maker pulls it off. Vintech,
Ooh.
not too bad. Have to go below the Rag. Finport up into second. Finport into second, and Yandu going way past the mark, as did Vintech. Ilve could jump up into third. I know Vintech sorted now. So 2 more laps to go.
Well, the first
Father and daughter team leading the regatta at the moment.
There you go.
first lap did sort a few things out, didn't it?
It certainly did. And Yandu hasn't gone around. They've got a tack.
Yeah, but
They're doing a granny.
But they're very happy about that.
I remember doing a granny with Woody in the state title in the VJs when I was 11. Loves
Got-
his granny.
Ilvi with Charlie Gundy on the bow, and I believe Claire's on board today.
Yeah, the sponsor, Claire.
Yeah, right.
Sponsor
She's a
representative.
great supporter.
Great supporter. Fantastic. Fantastic. Some pretty warm air temperature where we are probably 35 or something. Amazing.
Yeah, stinking hot day.
Stinking hot day.
So Yandu's just gone around the mark then.
Yep,
And we've
so
got
they're
Asko
safe.
dropping the kite as we speak.
And Asko gonna eat
Looks
it
a
here.
bit marginal. Oh.
Gone. No, saved it. Saved it. We're going to rack up with rags. They're touching rags, mate.
There you go, you can see it there on the camera there.
Yep, shoot all over the side down below. You have to get that in.
No, they saved it, but wow.
Oh, out of shot, DeLonghi in trouble.
Oh, and Asko getting in more trouble here, more spinnaker.
Yeah, well, they're racked up, right?
No,
or
but
just
more
about.
spinnaker in the water.
Oh, that doesn't, you don't like that, do you?
Yeah.
Okay, Panasonic having trouble getting around the mark. Okay, so
Looks like Kitchen Maker's still in the lead there with Finport
Okay,
still
well-
in second.
we'll go up and catch up with the leading bunch.
Asko saved himself and they're just going around the mark
Yep.
now.
Rags.
Yep, and Rag as well. Oh, there's a capsized boat up here. Is that still Peroni?
Yeah, Peroni's one of them, and then there's another one up here on the side as well. See? Quality Marine Clothing's up and running again. Oh, and there's a float plane coming through here. What could go wrong in this little section?
Nothing really.
Triple M's just coming down from the first top mark.
Yeah. I mean, our producer Michael Chitton has put the kiss of death on Triple M by backing them.
Ah. The director's death call. Vintech, very high, having to try and get down a little bit, get below the island. Okay, so Kitchen Maker leads.
And the breeze hard, right, a bit unexpected, but
Yeah.
the boat's laying up to the wind mark relatively easily here.
More northwest, huh?
Yep, back to the north, more heat in it.
Okay. Yeah, Yandu, we've got,
Ollie skippering in, Ilve.
Yep, and Nikki Douglas out in the wire with Woody sitting in. I think they've added a fourth trap. Yep, they have. So they've got 4 traps on that thing. Got it fully wicked up.
Wait for the mast to break, what?
No, not in these things.
No, you're right, but
Claire's out on the wire as well on Ilve.
Yeah, they're four out on Ilve.
all good.
Just hammering it. What a great drag race between these two.
They're looking all right, aren't they?
And remember, a few years ago, Alex Valling from New Zealand sailed a JJ's 4 up Bucko.
No, correct. 4 little blokes.
Yeah. So these two look Ilve just trying to romp over the top.
I reckon-
Get out, Woody, get some horsepower.
I reckon Ollie'll be enjoying that the first time he's
Yeah.
rolled over anybody this year.
No, that's not true at all.
No, but you know what I mean. He's got enough riding moment to put the bow down and
Yeah, yeah.
really hammer it.
Now Woody's getting out a bit further.
Yep. Great stuff.
Appliances in trouble out to the left. Okay, the Kitchen Maker approaches the top mark. We might head up there and catch a bit of that bear away action.
Have a look how far right the wind is. Well,
Yeah.
All I can say, blokes, is that hiking on an 18 is way different to an Etchel.
Yeah, that's a horrible thing on an Etchel.
Yeah.
They weren't designed to be. When they built those things, they never thought about hiking.
Oh no, definitely not.
Okay, so what do we got here mark-wise? We got Kitchen Maker going to the limit mark,
Yeah.
and Finport taking the middle mark. So Finport into the lead by way of their shortcut.
Yeah, Ilve, I think they can save it though.
A pretty good set on the Finport. I don't know
Yep.
what it's but
They were on
Right,
Kitchen
mate.
Maker, I think.
Kitchen Maker. No, we just go.
Okay, here they go. Big bear away in a big gust, very puffy. Just trying to get it away. Jeez, it's up and down.
Yeah, it's-
Nasty little breeze.
Beautifully done.
Getting a bit more prefrontal, isn't it, was?
We've also got Vintech
Okay,
coming up.
Vintech coming in. Whoa.
Big bear away.
All right, Yandu's got the better of oh no, Vintech, that match race still goes on if you come around to the left,
the kitchen maker gets going. Is that on screen, Chip?
No, we're looking at Yandu.
Good, big bit of wind coming for these
Yep,
blokes
so
now.
sorry, Bucko.
No, you're right.
Yeah, but Yandu taxed a little bit earlier. What mark are they going around, Bucko? Sorry to put the pressure on you, brother. It's got a lot of information there. I'd help to do your homework beforehand.
Oh, yeah. They're all on blues
didn't
here,
study.
These guys.
All on blue, so Yandu.
Yandu's on blue,
Yeah.
sorry.
So Yandu gets ahead of Ilve. We'll watch this battle and watch Ilve come around this mark. Can they get it done?
Can they get it done?
Oh, they're hesitant. They're hesitant. And there he goes. Ollie gets it down.
A little bit windy. And off screen, I can tell you, viewers, the Finport has gone. They got on the pace of a puff, set well.
Oh,
They've got a 1 minute lead now.
yeah, big time.
Amazing.
So Ollie does a two-sail jibe, and now it's doing the set. If Yandu in the distance, a little bit in distance, gets the jibe done, and we can back Woody, and he does.
Beautiful. DeLonghi's also just coming up to the top mark.
Kashua, we got Ilve on our bow. Sorry, folks at home, but it's we're a little bit sleepy, and we got a monitor issue.
Oh, that's a wonderful shot of Ilve right in front of us there.
So Ilve did the right thing there. Jibe set at the windward mark.
Yeah, they're coming back.
And
Look at that.
the wind's gone far back to the right, which is kind of contrary to the long-term trend, but they're skating towards the bottom mark at 25 knots, so hard to do any better than that.
Yeah, well, they're not worried about long-term trends with a beat of, what do you reckon, 700, 800?
Yeah, 7, exactly, 0.8 maybe of a mile, 0.7 of a mile maybe.
Yeah.
Not even that.
Okay, just to fill you in up the front, Kitchen Maker just going around or about to go around the bottom mark for the last time in second.
But Finport leads easily.
Yeah.
Finport already a third of the way up the beat.
Yeah, so there's Finport there, just see.
Oh, and the Vintech's going to eat it at the bottom.
Oh, Vintech. Now, out of shot, advantage back to Yandu at this stage. Ilve getting lifted, huh?
Doesn't matter. A jibe. They need a jibe.
Yeah.
They need to jibe about NOW actually.
Yeah.
Here they go.
And Yandu responds.
There we go, Ilve.
Oh, the backward jibe on Woody, that's his trademark.
Got a bit much turn angle.
But that's safe.
Yeah, Vintech's in the water there, as you can see, just in front of the ferry, the spectator ferry.
Yandu now, he's just going to do a comfortable jibe drop here, I suspect.
Yeah,
and the Ilve's done a jibe drop, and so a two-sail jibe for the Ilve at the bottom.
Correct.
That's the battle for third place, really, because Finport leads, Kitchen Maker second. So, and Appliances Online not in the race, they're a lap behind. Ilve versus Yandu for the last spot on the podium.
Okay, so we'll go up. We'll join the leaders again. Oh, Ilve pulls off a nice two-sail jibe out of shot and may slot inside Yandu. What have we got there? No, Yandu back into third place. So let's go and have a look at Keegan. A little bit of trouble in that tack in second place.
Thought they were almost gone there for a moment.
Okay, then and Kashua, if you can come around all the way around on our bow, we'll pick up our leader, Finport, who might have an issue with rags in a second.
It's a pretty careful sailing.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Also got 4 wires, was. Everybody having fun today.
We're back to the old four-handed, bucko.
Member was the last four-hander that won an 80-footer race. I think Thomas Cameron, 1970.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I thought Holmesy was the last one to win a Worlds in a four-hander. Is that right? Because he went to a three-hander the next year, and then Huey. Was that Huey? Thomas Cameron?
Yeah,
Huey
it was
Trahan?
Huey and Bomber and
Yeah.
company. Huey Cook, I think.
America's Cup tactician, Huey Trahan, winning the America's Cup for Australia. First time, the only time.
Not
The
many.
historic time.
Not many times.
So just remind us again who's on Finport, please, Bucko.
Yeah, so I didn't check up. It looks like Gus in the bow and Maddie in the middle and Keegan at the back, and the lady guest Tara Blank-Ramos, who's a pretty accomplished yachtswoman evidently, and they've sailed their boat as if they're pretty cohesive indeed today.
Yeah.
So they're tacking now in absolutely no wind. Amazing, isn't it? 20 knots a minute
just-
ago.
Just got those westerly holes.
Yep. And not getting any cooler either.
No, breeze got a little bit more left at the moment. No, it's not getting any cooler.
Up close photo of Finport there.
All right, we'll keep following the Finport for a minute. We'll get. Where's the? Okay, there's the kitchen maker. Yeah. Okay, so that's the furthest. And the kitchen maker would probably be the same, wouldn't it? Yeah, so this is it. This is the pure, and from behind, I don't think there's anyone close enough to challenge, is there?
Only if they have a little bit of bother.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the
But
winners
in
should
terms
be
of the handicapping.
Finport here and a hurricane bit of right-hander. I'm not probably in shot, but oh yeah, there you go. Apparently laying windward mark, and kitchen maker about a minute back. Both of them going to the same mark, and just a run to the finish. So they both handled it pretty well last time down. No complications.
And just to let you know, Lumix is out here in between kitchen maker and Yandu and such, but they're a lap down.
Yeah.
And Yandu's done a number on Ilve as well, just to let you know. Oh, Woody, just Mr. Reliable. Had a great season. Finished third in the Nationals. I think around the, sort of the top 10 number in the JJ's, 11th or something.
But he was actually seen on the riding lever in the JJ, which is a bit unusual, was.
Yeah,
Anyway, good on him.
absolutely.
I can't imagine doing it myself particularly.
No.
And I'm a bit younger than John.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Finport's still heading up to the top mark. Kitchen maker trailing them by a bit. Finport's got 2 more tacks to do till they get up there.
Yep.
Well,
And the kitchen maker's made a pretty good gain, in fact, so
Yeah.
it will be an actual yacht race here.
yeah. Good. Okay, so the kitchen maker is catching up a little bit. I mean, they don't. Finport make one little mistake. Quiggs and his team will be right back there. Okay, so Finport just getting ready to come away. It looks like a little bit more breeze coming down the harbour, Bucko.
The same old story. Last time they set on the face of a cracker, and they did everything pretty neatly, and it just propelled them. Oh, and they're having trouble getting the bearaway done.
Oh, nearly gone, the Finport.
The old, what could possibly go wrong?
Yeah,
Nothing.
And the
nothing.
kitchen makers were super light.
Yeah. But they'll be looking at the puff with some apprehension.
Yeah.
And the Finport's got to shoot up, so that's
Yeah.
would usually signify that they'll get home, because the kitchen makers had the mark and no wind.
Got the hard bit done, but Finport about to come into big pressure. There's far 40s racing out there, and they're just getting new pressure now. Just typical westerly type breeze. It comes in waves, doesn't
Well, and the Finport, the Finport needs to jibe very promptly, in fact.
Yeah, and look at that, the kitchen maker's becalmed.
So he goes to
Yandu,
Finport.
watch this, Yandu going to the second mark, goes into second place with pressure under the kitchen maker.
Wow.
And unwinding.
Look at that.
The kitchen maker's done the right thing and jibed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed, because the puff is coming. Have a look at Finport here, was.
Yeah, they're going to get mapped.
They're going to get absolutely hammered. Fending off the rocks at Point Piper, here we go.
Yeah, Lumix going around the blue mark. Still got a lap to do where these lot are finished. Now the kitchen maker gets new pressure. As you said, Bucko, you would seem Yandu would want to jibe.
Yeah. Yandu definitely wants to jibe.
Yeah, they're trying, I think.
They got
Here
shaky
they go.
boots, wobbly boots.
They got no breeze down there at the moment. Kitchen maker goes back into second.
Yeah. Look at the Finport.
Finport come around to the left, Cashew. Oh, we got it. We got it on the drone. Sorry. Once again, apologies for our busted monitor.
Kitchen maker might have a chance here. With
Yeah, exactly. Finport's going to struggle to lay over that Point Piper headland.
Yeah, but then the depth will pay, so they're probably going to be all right. Here they go. Cracking on now. Wow.
Oh, this is going to be close.
Oh, yeah, kitchen maker coming in full noise. Finport struggling.
Just got to keep it clean. Sorry.
We'll follow this down. And look, and the boat's behind it, just to let you know out of shot. The Ilve coming down in big pressure. Yandu having to flag at the moment as well. So great stuff as we go into the finish. And
Finport's still in front though.
Lumix in 5th place. They've just dropped their kart. Maybe they've.
they might be a lap down too. I'm not sure. Did you follow it?
Copy that.
Yeah, he's a left down. Look at the Ilve, boys.
But yeah, look, they're hammering down here.
Yeah, the Finport will get the job done. Well, that said, they've got
Great
more
sight.
headers.
Yeah,
They're not-
look.
they're
Oh.
not-
Like they've got to get up a little bit, Bucko.
Oh, they got plenty of riding moments.
Let's
See
go
the-
the Quigs.
See the checkered flag mark?
Yeah, I can see
It's
it.
up. It's up.
It's up a little. You're right.
Kitchen maker's coming. What a fantastic. Geez, the girls be getting a ride of their absolute
No, that's
life on that.
absolutely serious. Oh,
Oh,
the
no,
kitchen maker.
oh, wiped out. No, they're so Finport's in trouble.
They're all in
Hey,
trouble.
look, Finport goes nearly in backwards. And look who's coming. Yandu. And Ilve.
And
over
Ilve
our shoulder.
smoking.
Yes, absolutely.
The kitchen maker will win now.
Overtaking us.
Oh my God.
Absolutely
Awesome.
Smoking.
Kitchen maker's going to get it.
What a queen of the harbour.
Yeah, how exciting.
That was a good save from the Finport though. Let me tell you that.
Absolutely. And all those guys started really well. There you go.
Wow. So what do you think, T?
So
The
that's-
girls got money. Their money's worth there.
Oh yeah, fantastic day of racing.
So Yandu crosses third. Then Ilve will be fourth.
Yep. There's quite a big gap between.
So Nick Douglas had a great ride, and she does plenty of sailing and plenty of covering of our sport, does a great job. And Ilve fourth. Nice way to finish the year for Ollie and his team.
Well, that was pretty good, wasn't it?
Yeah,
really?
it was.
Short and sweet.
Now, is this going to be like a car race, Bucko? The people that are a lap behind go through the finish and that's it? They're just considered a lap down?
I think perhaps we should
I think it's a- yeah, I think it's a
investigate
good
that
thing.
possibility.
Yeah.
You know.
I think it's a good one.
The
We
Lumix
got the reef in.
all
Lumix.
the way down the run with the chute wine glass perfectly.
Well, you know, it's just sort of reefing the chute.
But they are a lap down, so they are not finishing, and nor is DeLonghi, I don't think.
No, DeLong will be a lap down as well.
So the Lumix got it unwine glass just when they had to drop it.
But what are they
No,
going
they're
to do
finishing.
here? They're going to finish.
They're finishing.
So
They-
maybe they've been briefed just to do that. Oh, hang on.
No,
What are
no,
they doing?
no,
Just
they're
a
dropping.
late drop if they're
No,
gonna
they
keep
remembered they
going.
had to do another lap, I think you'll find.
Ah. Do you think?
Yep.
Well,
No, maybe
that's how
not.
much. You were in charge of research, Bucko. I wrote down some notes for you, and you were meant to go and do the rest. You told me you were better at homework than I was.
Come on, guys. No need to fight.
Oh, come on the last day. Gee, we've got to have a little.
It's the last
Little
day.
bit of
Can't be too
banter.
agreeable.
Yeah, that's right. It's the last day of term.
Got the
Exactly.
pants.
Oh, hang on. Or is Lumix?
No, I think you'll find that he's trying to go around another lap.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're right.
They didn't finish it.
Yeah, no. So,
So I think my homework wasn't that bad. I need at least 1 star, was it?
well, your lack of homework was right.
Oh, well. No, but I'd watched him. I was
I
sure that he
fucking
hadn't been
don't.
around the
Yeah,
bottom.
yeah, sure. And appliances. So all these boats have got to do another lap.
Except Smeg.
Roger.
Smeg's coming at 100 knots with a flapping chute.
And look, they're all pressed again, Bucko. Bree's gone a little bit more right.
Bree's gone back to the north, exactly northerly now.
Vintech's going to struggle to lay, surely.
So Quality Marine goes across there, a finisher.
Yeah. Have a look at the Smeg.
Yeah.
Scratch boat coming at it.
Yeah.
Oh. Gee whiz.
They're 4 out too. They've got 4 traps.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's fantastic.
That's fully wicked.
That is fully wicked.
Yep. Can't quite lie.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot on the drone then.
They have a little bit of raggage.
Oh no, they're 3 up. Oh no, there is 4th person there.
The girl's in the
sitting
boat,
in the cabin.
In the cabin, exactly.
Okay, so Smeg's across. Vintech, we think probably has 1 more lap. Are they going to do it? Let's see.
So Callie Lewis in the Smeg and the Vintech nearly eating it on the Barraway to finish.
Yeah, so the Vintech's across.
And I think these next 2 boats are both finishing too, was.
Okay.
I think that
Asco and Peroni.
Asco and Peroni coming with chutes,
Yeah.
fully pressed. Wow.
And the rag, oh, it's out of shot.
Yeah,
His shoe comes around to the right a bit.
he's a lap behind. Asco having to drop to get to the bottom, to the
Peroni, yeah.
finish line. And Peroni, indeed. Look at the Asco.
Oh, that's
Wow.
big pressure now. That's probably max pressure.
Yep.
What's Rag going to do here? I think
No, he's
Rag's
finishing.
going to the finish.
Oh, the Ilby. Oh.
Bilby's already finished, but he just capsized just for the fun of it, I think.
Fun wouldn't be the correct
And
word.
Asco's across. They're happy. Just got 3rd in the JJ's. Great result for Doro and his team.
Yeah.
And then the
Olivia Price on.
Olivia having
Peroni,
a drive
yeah.
at Peroni. Great job. She showed some interest in wanting to salinate in full time.
Today would have scared her off. We're good.
She's doing a great job in the foilers.
Yeah.
Got a podium in the last event.
Some people are going off wind still. They have another lap.
All right, so
Low.
What?
what do we do, Chits?
Just go halfway and we'll watch the guys come down.
All right, well, we might just we'll cruise up to the top, watch the others go around the top mark, and then we'll wrap. So it's
So Claire,
Yeah.
Claire, the Ilby sponsor, getting full value for money here.
Yeah.
We can see.
sponsor out. We're having a great time.
That looks like fun.
Fabulous.
You know, it's certainly a nice day to be in the water.
Yeah, nice day for a swim.
Exactly.
So anyway, it's been an enjoyable season. Just once again, thanks to everybody at the club, and the race committee, the Double Bay Sailing Club, the Arctic for Skip League, the committee there, all the employees that help contribute to this, the team on the Camera Cat. A big thanks to Chits, who turns up at 11:30 every Sunday on the minute and is the last to leave. And to Aero Media, that's really worked hard with the Winning Group and John Winning in particular to develop all this new technology, and I can tell you, not much of the stuff we've got on board you can buy off the shelf, so it has to be developed. And to Kashu, who's come up with us today, and Andy on the drone, to our drone observers. There's a lot goes into it. T, who's joined the team recently, great job.
Thanks very much. It's been fun.
And was to all the people that posted comments, and
Yeah.
obviously there's some that are critical, and we take those criticisms not too seriously, but we do observe.
Yeah.
But to the people that gave us at least a couple of points out of 10. That's nice, and keep them coming.
Yeah. And thanks to you, Bucko.
I know, it's been great, wasn't it? We look forward to more of the same, I think.
Yeah. So God willing, we're all here again next summer, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it, and enjoy your winter. We'll be back to you around the end of September, October this year.